Hello and welcome to another edition of Tips and Traps with some Portsmouth Little Leaguers. And we're going to look, once again, we're going to look at a week 1 and then week 7 and look for any improvements, any tips or any traps, possible problems that we see. So you can see in week 1 the classic glove is flying open, little or no hip shoulder separation and upward shoulder rotation into the release point. And then we're going to take a look here at week 7 coming down the hill. See the glove maybe slightly closed, but the shoulder is the biggest improvement at foot strike, and again we could still see the lack of solid posture at release point. So still some work to do here, slight improvements. Another right-handed pitcher in week 1 and now in week 2. Probably of the 4 here, probably the best improvement. You can see just a nice little simple angular delivery, so major upgrades here. As we can see, the velocity went from starting at 43 in week 1 up to 48, 47. So some real changes here. As you can see, the symmetry is off slightly, and the upward shoulder rotation at release point. And then we're going to take a look here in week 7, and we can see much better symmetry. Nice little shoulder load in the release. Actually has a little bit of shoulder separation there. We can do a better job with the hips, but nice symmetry, lined up pretty well, front side closed into his release point. A pretty good position there. Back leg slightly off the ground, but well postured. Pretty good angle also. You can see the head, the leg was up a little farther back then. So there's your tip right there. One of the best improvements here with speeds of starting at 43, ending up at 48. Got a left-handed pitcher here. You can see just kind of coming around through a little bit, wavy there, week 1, week 7 about the same. Another right-handed pitcher there in week 1, and then week 7 looks a little better. Again, back to week 1, small leg kick, again, classic glove flying open. Balance is coming off, and then that leads to bad posture and rotations at release point. Week 7, getting into his release point, a little better posture, a little better position on the front end there. Still at release point, got some issues here as we're going to try to get that upward shoulder rotation and just bring it down slightly, but a little improvement there also. So overall, pretty good, pretty decent here. The tips of the day here, again, is we're trying to fix a lot of things on these young pitchers. We try to start at one at a time. The trap is that you don't continue and reinforce what we've learned already with these kids, and we should see some more improvements to come.